Linda Wright is living proof that French women don't lose their style with age, they refine it. At 75, she radiates elegance that can't be bought or borrowed. Today, we're uncovering the timeless fashion habits that make women like Linda stand out without trying. These aren't trends, they're style instincts shaped by decades of confidence, care, and quiet rebellion. Once you see how she does it, you'll understand why French women never chase youth. Because they're too busy mastering grace. 1. True elegance isn't a coincidence. There's a common belief that as we grow older, style becomes about hiding, carefully concealing the marks that time leaves behind. But women like Linda Wright prove the opposite. At 75, she doesn't dress to fade into the background, nor does she crave the spotlight, yet her presence is undeniable. What makes her stand out isn't just what she wears, but how at ease she seems in her own skin. Her fashion choices are quiet and confident, never flashy or desperate for attention. You won't catch her in loud prints or trendy cuts. Instead, her style feels effortless, fluid, and self-assured. Her clothes skim the body naturally, her colors are subtle and balanced, and there's a quiet grace to her overall look that suggests experience rather than performance. Linda doesn't dress for approval. She dresses with intention, always appearing exactly right for the moment. No more, no less. 2. Feeling matters more than fashion cycles. What sets Linda Wright's wardrobe apart from trend-driven fashion is the way her clothes carry history and depth. Her style isn't built on what's new. It's built on what feels true. Texture plays a leading role. Her garments speak to a life well lived. The soft bend of linen at the elbows, cashmere that falls like a gentle breeze, leather that bears the character of time. These aren't fresh-out-the-box pieces. They've been worn, loved, and softened over the years, like stories retold by someone who's earned the right to tell them. Even her denim has the ease of something that's been worn into comfort, not manufactured for it. It's not about hiding age, it's about wearing it with pride. Her clothing doesn't reject time, it welcomes it, wrapping the body in materials that have grown softer with experience. 3. Calm in color. One of the most striking things about Linda Wright's style, and that of many French women her age, is how she uses color with quiet confidence. She doesn't follow the ever-changing seasonal color trends. Instead, her wardrobe is a calm composition of neutrals. Think soft creams, rich camels, deep navies, and gentle grays, all chosen to suit her complexion and presence. Her use of color is never loud or chaotic. It's intentional. A hint of plum here, a shadowy green there, each shade placed like a thoughtful brushstroke. She isn't dressing to draw attention, but to express harmony. French women like Linda don't let their clothes be dictated by fleeting moods. They build wardrobes with lasting coherence, each color chosen to endure, not to shout. It's an art form of restraint where nothing is excessive and everything works together to create quiet impact. 4. Movement in form. Women like Linda Wright know that clothing should reflect how you live, not restrict it. For French women over 70, style isn't about defense, it's about ease. When Linda moves through a street in Paris, her clothes seem to move with her. Pants that drape rather than constrict, coats that envelop rather than impose, blouses that skim instead of squeeze. Everything about her silhouette speaks of freedom. Her wardrobe respects both her body and her rhythm. She dresses like someone who still savors life, walking without hurry, sipping wine outdoors, exploring a bookshop with no agenda. Nothing about her outfits says, "Look at me." Instead, they quietly say, "I'm comfortable in who I am." You won't often find her in rigid tailoring or impractical heels. Her style flows with life, not against it. It's fashion that doesn't try to prove a point. It simply lives effortlessly. 5. Subtle statements. When you look at photos of Linda Wright, it might take a moment before you even notice her jewelry. And that's intentional. True French elegance, especially with age, leans toward quiet refinement rather than bold displays. She wears a silver cuff that hugs her wrist gently, a ring that seems like it might carry family history, and sunglasses that flatter her face without shouting for attention. Even her handbags, often understated and time-worn, feel meaningful rather than trendy. These details don't try to cover up age or add forced sparkle. They exist naturally, as if they've always been a part of her. Each accessory feels chosen with intention, not because it's fashionable, but because it fits her. In this style philosophy, the woman leads. The clothes and pieces simply follow. Linda doesn't dress to impress. She dresses to reflect the life she's lived. 6. Grace in the patina of time. In many places, growing older is seen as losing something: beauty, influence, or a sense of style. But in Linda Wright's world, age adds weight and wisdom. The lines on her face blend effortlessly with what she wears. Her silver hair isn't something she hides, it completes her look. Her outfits aren't youthful, but they're never dull. That's the secret. When personal style is deeply connected to who you are, it only improves with time. You get the feeling she's always dressed this way, and that the years have only sharpened that expression. There's a balance between her identity and her wardrobe that feels effortless. You stop thinking about her age and simply see her. That's what timeless style does. It doesn't fight aging. It gathers it, shapes it, and turns it into something quietly powerful. 7. Clothing that holds memory. Linda Wright's wardrobe stands out because her clothes carry stories. Each item she wears seems to have lived a little. Maybe a coat that's traveled between Paris and New York, or a scarf picked up on a special trip or gifted by someone dear. Her boots aren't pristine. They look like trusted companions. For French women her age, clothes aren't throwaway trends. They're long-term companions, worn and loved over time. Linda doesn't fill her closet with endless options. She selects with care. Her style isn't diluted by abundance. It's sharpened by intention. When you look at her, you don't focus on the labels. You focus on the woman. Because her style is more than what she wears. It's a living reflection of the life she's lived. 8. Style that comes from stillness. For many women in their 70s, fashion can feel like a struggle, something to resist or reclaim. But Linda Wright doesn't approach dressing as a fight. To her, and to many French women of her generation, clothing offers calm, not conflict. She isn't trying to recapture youth or perform elegance. She simply exists in her clothes with quiet ease. Her assurance doesn't scream for attention. It's in the smallest gestures: how she fastens a shirt, how she drapes a scarf. There's grace in that restraint. Her outfits aren't crafted to impress, seduce, or trend. They reflect a woman who is deeply at home in herself. And maybe that's what makes her stand out. Not the effort, but the absence of it. She looks remarkable precisely because she's no longer trying to be.